Hi everyone. As you can see, we're getting ever closer to being in the citrus business. The lemons are coming on nicely, and so although it seems a bit like one of those long road trips where the kids are forever asking, are we there yet? I do believe it won't be very long until we'll be able to sell them. One of the challenges has been deciding when to actually push the go button on starting to harvest. Some of it is getting very close to being ripe. It's just a matter of having sufficient quantities to be able to sell. Things a bit more interesting, the local wildlife is also eagerly awaiting the arrival of the new fruit. Now this is an orange, but our biggest fear is the same thing's going to actually happen to the lemons as well. So it's a bit of a race to see who gets the fruit first, because unfortunately the possums tend to like their fruit slightly green. We're just on our way over to the garlic patch, but on the way through I thought I'd give you an update on the bees. After speaking to the beekeeper, I decided to remove the top box, the super, from the hive. Here's what it used to look like. So you had the bottom box, that's where the queen sits and makes the baby bees, and you have the top boxes where the honey is made. He said that because the hive wasn't really thriving, they were probably devoting too much effort to actually trying to keep the hive well regulated in terms of temperature. So I'm actually glad that I've done that, because now when I look at the front of the hive, it looks like there's far more activity there. And so I probably won't put the super back on until the oranges are in flower. I have a newfound respect for going too close to the hive. Prior to getting the farm, if someone mentioned farming, I would have automatically thought, oh, well, you're just zooming around on a tractor. It turns out you spend most of your time with a whippersnipper in hand. And so I was actually whippersnipping around the trees near the hive, and decided that I would, in the interests of a tidy farm, clean up the grass underneath the hive, and accidentally knocked it with the whippersnipper. Now, a combination, I suppose, of the noise, knocking the hive, and the exhaust made them extremely cranky. And even though I raced down the end of the field here, some of them actually caught up with me and gave me a heap of sting. Yeah, it just goes to show that it's not only Jen that gets stung by the bees. So anyway, we're almost at our something that we're very excited about, and that's the garlic patch. So Jen planted this about 3 weeks ago, and so I've actually been stunned by how well it's doing at this point in time. You can see we've got about sort of 10 centimetre growth, 10 to 15 centimetres, that's 4 to 6 inches in the old money. And so the hope is what's growing up top is also growing below, and so we could be in for a good crop. What's also made me happy is the lack of weed growth to this point. So I would really recommend the cardboard sheeting method that we used here if you're going to have a go at this at home. Plus making sure that you use a garlic that's from your region. This is organic garlic that's grown not that far away. Okay, so that's about it for now. At this point in time, apart from trying to keep the local wildlife away from our fruit, it's pretty much just pruning those trees that have fruited. This is a pear tree behind me. Believe it or not, I'm not responsible for the big cuts on this tree, but I'm definitely responsible for the thinning that's happened afterwards. So we'll see how the boss takes to that. But that's it for now, and till next time, take care. Hooroo.